Today's Saturday, January the 16th, 2021, and regardless of where you are, it's my hope that you're working toward building your future. You may be inside of a jail cell like many of the people are who view our program, or you may be watching this on YouTube. If you are watching it on YouTube, I do hope that you subscribe. My name is Michael Santos, and I'm with Prison Professors, always striving to show people a different approach of what is the best possible outcome of what you can build for your life after you get out. And the prospects for your success when you come home are really contingent upon the decisions that you're making right now. I started making these daily videos in 2021 because I'm building a new business, and I thought it would be very helpful to document the journey for guys inside or women inside or people who have access to this course through any of the platforms that we make it available on. Because it's really easy while you're in prison or while you're in custody to lose focus. And our programs at Prison Professors really encourage people to develop the CEO mindset of being the CEO of your own life. And that's what this daily journal is all about. You can follow along if you have access to the videos for free, of course, and I show you how I use this strategy while I was in prison, but also how I do it right now. And today's lesson, it's 5:06 in the morning on Saturday, January the 16th, and I've been working here at my desk for quite a while because I am following and adhering to the lessons that I offer through these videos. Today's lesson starts with this quote from a former president, Calvin Coolidge, who was the 30th president of the United States. And he gave us some guidance that we should be incorporating into our lives, which was speak about persistence. Understand the importance of persistence. President Coolidge said, and I'm going to read this quote from you right now, which you could see if you had the daily journal. He said that nothing could ever take its place. That's the place of persistence. Talent cannot take the place of persistence. Pointing out the unsuccessful men with talent were all around us. And he said, similarly, genius cannot replace talent, as there are many people with a genius IQ that don't amount to much. Education doesn't equal the power of persistence either. We know many people with advanced college degrees that fail to achieve happiness or fulfillment. Persistence and determination, on the other hand, have helped many people with struggles overcome and succeed. And that's what I want you to be thinking about today. Even if you're living in a challenging time, you've got to be thinking about what can I do to sow seeds today to build the future that I want to build. If you are focusing on persistence, you're going to recognize that there is a lot that you can do every single day. And I want to show you how do I stay persistent with what I'm doing regardless of where I am or what's going on. And I can show you by just taking you to this website. This is the new company that I'm building. You can see what it takes for me to do. I had to, first of all, lay out this, and I go through numerous iterations of this because I'm persistent. I write it, I create it, I work with developers, I rethink it, I decide I want to do something more, and I just invest more and more and more time into it, just like you might be investing more and more time into doing push-ups if you're in your cell, or running if you're inside of a prison, or doing anything that you want to do. You may be focused on something, but my challenge to you is to focus on the career that you want to build when you go home. This career I am building to help small and medium-sized business owners understand how their decisions every single day can expose them to the potential for government investigations and also the potential for white-collar crime charges. And so we create these lesson plans or case studies that I can pick one, and let's just say I pick one right here. I can pick this, and it's available for free. Anybody can access this, okay? They can sit here, they can read the case study. You can see how extensive it is, okay? If I don't have time for reading and I don't want to read, I can watch a video. And there's a video right there. I would just be able to click the video, and this is going to be somebody from our team giving commentary on this case study. if I don't want to spend the time to watch a video. Maybe I want to listen to this and absorb it while I'm driving to work. Well, I could listen to an audio version of this podcast. And see, they're all stated right here, right? They're all right here. So anybody can see it. But in addition to seeing it, they could also say, well, what other things could I do to mitigate my risk? And so they could turn to this web page here and see the different tools that they could create for their company to use as training mechanisms, and different policy statements and different scripts that they're writing, and how do they record their document retention so that everybody can see it. They could have an organizational chart for their business where they describe roles and responsibilities, and the functions within the role. So all of this is work that a business owner could create. And the reason that they want to create it is because, as you see over here, and I do this research all the time, this is what it means to show persistence. I look to say, well, what's going on in the industry? And here's one of the, I don't know if it's an industry leader. I discovered this asset, and this is a company called Performline. I discovered this asset from a friend of mine who launched a pretty big business. He was the leading business for working with student loan debt and helping people reduce their student loan debt. But he found himself as a target of a government investigation. He was prosecuted, and now he's on his way to prison. And we talk. When I work with people, I really learn about their story and what did you learn from this process, and what would you have done differently? And because he led a company that was doing $40 million a year in revenues that he built from scratch, he learned a lot in the process, and he spoke about the importance of compliance. And these are it's interactions with people like that that help me think, what am I going to do? How am I going to take the lessons that I have learned and build a business around it? And how can I do it to create jobs for other formerly incarcerated people that are not, minimum wage jobs, but are high paying jobs, and allow a person to build their life with dignity and recalibrate and rebuild. Well, anybody that's gone through a government investigation has value, because they can help us understand concepts like the Federal Trade Commission and how many people are making complaints, how many consumers, what do they stand for? This group, what are they supposed to be doing at the Consumer Financial Protection Board? And who are they investigating? How many complaints are being made every year? And look at that, 1.7 million complaints, and look at how they're growing. So you've got all of this data here. And I said, well, there's a business opportunity here. When you see a problem like this, there's a business opportunity. And that's what the business that our team is creating at Compliance Mitigation. We're recognizing that we have a unique body of information and content, because not only have we been through a government investigation, as a result of that, we know the costs, both the financial costs and the human costs, and we know what the fallout that can come after that, which could be a criminal problem, and then time inside of prison, and then coming back to society, and what challenges do you have? Well, all of that is really valuable information to the business community, and it's what we strive to provide. And in order to provide that information, we've got to document a lot of content, right? So like this is where I am documenting the videos that you're watching right now for distribution. So I produce this a lot with sponsorship from a nonprofit that we started that I wrote about earlier. And every day that I make a video, you'll notice I'm making a video every day. I'm recording the URL, I'm recording the title, I am recording the description. These are examples of what persistence looks like. Then I will take this asset bank, this becomes an asset bank, and I can distribute it at scale to organizations. Say, hey, here's a free resource that you can use to teach people in jail or prison how they can use their time in an effective way. And that's what I really want you to be thinking about, is how to use your time in an effective way. How do you prepare yourself today for what you want to become tomorrow? Well, if you're not developing the lessons or mastering the lessons that you'll find in this book, you may not be making the best use of your time. You may be turning calendar pages as your sentence clicks away, but you're also missing a huge opportunity. And do you know what that opportunity is? That opportunity is the importance of saying, well, there are things that I cannot do here, but what can I do? See, that's a fundamentally different question. And for prisons across America, they'll say, a lot of complaints, they'll say, well, there's no rehabilitation programs here. Well, they don't care about me. They don't offer any courses. Well, nobody's going to care about you more than you're going to care about yourself. But if you're not pursuing a methodical task of going through books like this, looking at these questions, and then you developing your critical thinking skills that says, like, what adjustments have you seen others make to transform their life for the better from where you are? Well, I give you new examples every day of that show how the decisions I made while I was in prison put me in a position to launch businesses that can generate millions of dollars of revenues, pay taxes, hire people, serve customers, and make you feel good about yourself. That's what I do every single day. That's what persistence is all about. And that's what today's lesson was about in the daily journal. So if you're determined to overcome the challenges that you're facing right now, my suggestion or recommendation is that you do so in a very methodical way by becoming the CEO of your own life, which is identify success, document the strategy. It's going to take you from where you are today to where you want to go, create your tools, your tactics, your resources, and then measure your progress every day with persistence, just like the President Wilson told us that we should do, and just like our team at Prison Professors and at Compliance Mitigation is recommending that you do. If you want to get a copy of the Daily Journal, which I highly recommend you do, visit us at prisonprofessors.com. Go to the store, and you can order a copy today, and we'll send it to you from Amazon. I produce these with hopes of helping people realize how they can reach their highest potential and overcome the challenges of imprisonment. That's the way that we can work together to really grow stronger and not be dependent on the government to change our lives. We can change our lives. You can change your life. I believe in you. And I was in those cells for 9,500 days, and every day was positioning myself to emerge stronger, just like I want you to do. If you're watching this outside, it's my hope that you will subscribe to YouTube. And I've got to think for a moment. You do that by hitting the bell, ringing or subscribing, then ringing the bell, I think, so that you get notified. But I publish a new video every day on Prison Professors. Compliance mitigation is a little different because that's corporate and the messaging is much more in line with business owners. But I also publish those on Prison Professors and distribute them inside as well. So if you want to subscribe over there, great. If you want to visit our team and see the different ways that we help people, on the banner of our channel, you'll see a button that you can download and get free resources and learn what we have. And that's what we want you to do, is learn how to make the best of every single day. Subscribe. Visit us at Facebook, where we do it. We'd love to interact with you. If you have a question, leave a comment or reach out to me directly, and I'll do my best to make a video for you. Thank you.